Okay, y'all. I am not typically a Real Housewives tea channel or anything, but from what has been put out there on Twitter, I felt like I needed to make a quick video on this. And I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and feelings and opinions on the juicy tea that has been spilled about the Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion. So it filmed a couple days ago and the juicy tea came out. This is all thanks to AllAboutTRH. So thanks to their podcast, I listened to their podcast and got all this tea. Apparently, and this is all claims that are being put out there, Gorga, Teresa Giudice's, what, should we call this Teresa Giudice? Do we still call her that? I don't know. Anyways, Teresa's brother, her own flesh and blood brother, allegedly had something to do with her and Juicy Joe. If you don't know who Juicy Joe is Joe Giudice, so Teresa's ex-husband, had something to do with Juicy Joe going to jail. And apparently Jacqueline, who was a former housewife, told Teresa this information. I 100% believe that he would have done something like that because Joe Gorga, aka Josephine, because that's what we're going to refer to him as, Josephine and Melissa have been set out to be the stars of Jersey Housewives. Not Jersey, New Jersey Housewives, because there is a Real Housewives of Jersey, which is like international series. Anyways, I truly and wholeheartedly believe that Joe Gorga would have done something like that. I do. Because from the second they stepped foot on the scene in season 3, it was a wrap, okay? Melissa going behind Teresa's back, I 100% believe that tea as well. I truly believe that they went to Bravo and was like, yo, let's put us on the show. Teresa didn't want her family on the show, allegedly, and I don't blame her. Look what it's done to their entire relationship. And I've been watching New Jersey Housewives literally since season 1. And my mom always thought it was funny because she used to watch it with me sometimes. She always thought it was funny that Teresa paid cash for everything. She's just like, this is odd. And it was on television. And yeah, it was a little suspect. But then we realized, oh, now we know why she's paying cash for everything. It's because Juicy Joe's money wasn't always legal. So there's that. But then fast forwarding throughout the years and finding out, when they got discovered of like the illegal money, blah, 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 the tax evasion and whatnot. I think that's what she went to jail for. I can't fully remember. But when that happened, in my viewer opinion, it looked like the Gorgas saw this as an opportunity to take the crown of being the head of New Jersey Housewives. And we all know Joe Gorga, aka Josephine, wants to be a housewife himself. The way he be acting and being all crazy, he brings more drama than the ladies bring sometimes. And it's absolutely like mind-boggling. And I'm like, you're a husband of a housewife. Like, sit back. He does worse than Peter Thomas when it comes to getting into women's business. We all know Peter Thomas, who was married to Cynthia Bailey off of Real Housewives of Atlanta. He used to love to get into it, especially with Nene back in the day. But the way, I'm just like, hold up. Joe Gorga really trying to be a housewife himself. He's really trying it. And it's downright embarrassing at this point because it's just like, dude, you sold out your family, allegedly, so you can take the crown. The sad thing is, apparently at the reunion, again, this is all according to this podcast, because they got an exclusive tea and they're usually never wrong. Andy told Melissa that she is actually one of the most hated housewives in housewives history. And of course, she tried to deflect and say, oh, it's Louis and the automated bots and blah, blah, blah. No, honey, we really don't like you. A lot of us who've been watching Real Housewives religiously, like, I think I watch Housewives more than I go to church sometimes, which is not a good thing. I probably shouldn't admit that. But, honey, you have to understand, we don't like you. A lot of us do not like you. We can see through your fakery. We can see through your, oh my gosh, like I'm trying to be that good aunt. Like, nah, like she's, ugh. And girl, the nose jobs. No shade to anyone who gets a nose job, but like, I follow an account on Twitter called Melissa's Old Nose. And honestly, I was like, damn, Melissa really used to look like that. She wanted to be a whole pop star and everything. Like, you can tell Melissa and Josephine really want to be like these fame hungry people. And it's sad that they were willing to go as low, stoop as low as to throw Juicy Joe and Teresa under the bus. And then they thought that they were going to just take the crown because Teresa's going to go to jail, right? And she'll probably lose her, I was saying her peach. What do they have in New York? Not New York, New Jersey. I don't remember what they have in New Jersey. I can't remember right now, but thought she was going to lose her center spot. No, they put the damn show on pause and like, we gonna wait for you to come out. And then they also gave her a little spin-off series of like, you know, Teresa comes home. And when Josephine and Melissa did a whole podcast saying like, oh, we put food on the table for like her girls and all that kind of shit, we're just like, I know we all saw, not all of us obviously, general public, but like, I know we saw Juicy Joe get on a bicycle to be able to provide for his kids. I know we saw Juicy Joe have to raise them 4 girls by himself, actually not by himself, with the help of Nono. But like, we saw Juicy literally take care of those girls. Yes, Melissa might have come every now and then, and you know, Josephine might have come every now and then, but on a regular basis, it was Juicy. Juicy was holding down the fort for Teresa until she got home, making sure that, you know, they spoke to her. And you could see even during that series, if you've ever watched it, if you haven't watched that series, by the way, of like Teresa Comes Home, you need to watch it. And you will see how much bullshit has been coming out of Josephine, aka Joe Gorga's mouth. Oh my gosh. Juicy was like, he even realized like, damn, this is what Teresa has to do. Even he gave Teresa her flowers because he realized it's a lot of hard work, especially raising 4 girls. Bruh. But it was noted, especially online, a lot of us are doing our digging, we're sleuthing, we're like FBIing this shit because we're just like, wait a second. Joe Gorga and Melissa switched up really quick once Teresa had to go to jail. And it wasn't just Juicy Joe, okay? You can tell that some people knew Joe was allegedly in cahoots with the feds. And I truly believe it. I truly believe it because they saw the opportunity to take the crown from Teresa. Lo and behold, they didn't realize how much Bravo and the Bravo fans loved Teresa, that they were willing to put Jersey on hold for her. And it's now coming to light, apparently, at the reunion. Teresa's actually going to throw her brother under the bus. And I hope Bravo and Andy and everyone involved in the New Jersey Housewives series, I hope they take this as a lesson that yes, family is great to have. It's good to have those organic relationships, but to what detriment? To whose detriment? Because at the end of the day, Teresa no longer has her brother. Teresa hasn't had her brother in years. Truly and honestly, I'd say since season 3, since they came onto the show. She doesn't have Melissa as a sister. And we're not going to get into Melissa's family right now because, like, that'll be a whole other video if I decide to even make it. But, like, how disgusting and nasty they've been to Teresa. Like back then and even now, and, like, wanting to go to the wedding. Like, first, actually, no, let's get into it. Let's get into it real quick. Melissa desperately wanting to make Teresa's wedding about her. Oh, my gosh, I could slap that woman. It is not your wedding. You don't have to walk in. You are an in-law, okay? First of all, you're an in-law, so your family doesn't have to come to the wedding. They're not obligated to come. They're not entitled to come. They don't need to be there. You are the in-law, okay? It'd be different if you and Teresa were actually sisters, and it's like, yes, invite, you know, it's a little different when you're blood. You, at most, were going to come. The rest of your family, who've been shit-talking Teresa for only God knows how many years, absolutely not. I stand by Teresa on that. You guys didn't need to come. Your mom, your sisters, none of them need to come. Like, no. But also to be like, oh, I'm not in the wedding, and have Josephine be like, oh my gosh, Melissa's not in the wedding. That's a problem. How is that a problem? Them two are never good. They're never good. Teresa and Melissa have not been good or on good terms for years. We've seen it. We've seen it. And honestly, I'm so upset that Melissa tried to make Teresa's moment of, you know, finding love and everything about herself. Because, girl, what the actual... Seriously, it's not your wedding. Do you wish you were getting married to someone like Louis? Was that, you know, some projection? You're mad that it's not you walking down the aisle with someone who truly loves you? Because let's be real. If you've watched Housewives over the last couple seasons, you've noticed that Josephine and Melissa aren't really That lovey-dovey that you used to get in the beginning is not really there. And sure, things happen, you know, you don't get all that honeymoon phase for your whole marriage. I get that. I totally understand that. But also with the cheating rumors of Melissa, I believe those too. And I do believe that Teresa did speak to them off camera and that she tried to, you know, let her brother know, like, hey, this is what's being said. I believe it. And then they wanted to bring it to the cameras. And it's like, you guys are bringing it to the cameras because you want the drama and you want to make Teresa look bad. When all in all, this makes Teresa look good because she brought to you this issue after a season wrapped and said, hey, this is what's being said. You need to kind of check in on your family. But we'll talk later. You know, I have to do another video on this. I just want to quickly come on here with all this tea that's being dropped. I feel like this is the beginning of the end for the Gorgas, and I wouldn't be surprised if Bravo says we have no contract for you. And with that, honestly, wait and see how quick their house goes up for sale. The house that they keep redoing, that keeps getting made fun of. Oh, baby. Ooh, child, that house is going to go up for sale. I guarantee you within the next year or two. Probably 2. We'll wait for the divorce announcement to come out because Melissa knows she deserves better than that little angry leprechaun. And let me stop. I'm so rude. I keep calling this man Josephine and an angry leprechaun. You know what? I'm going to be nice, Joe. I'm going to be nice. Joe deserves somebody else and Melissa deserves somebody else because them two are not made for each other. They're really not. They are toxic to each other. And if Melissa did in fact cheat on Joe, I don't understand why Joe is sticking by his family. Your kids are grown enough to understand that cheating is not okay in a relationship. And Joe should stop misdirecting his anger towards his sister and actually start confiding and being loving towards her. Like, that's your sister. She will always look out for you regardless of where you guys are at in life. And that is very clear and evident in the show. She doesn't want to argue with you. She doesn't want to be mad with you. She is the matriarch of your all's family. If anything, Teresa's the original Gorga, okay? Let's be real. Melissa tried taking the title, but Teresa was born a Gorga, okay? That is her family. So Melissa needs to really catch herself real quick, that's for sure. But let me digress. Let me get off here because this is going to be one long-ass video if I keep ranting about this family. But I don't know. I can't wait to watch the reunion. I'm excited. I can't wait till the finale of New Jersey. I'm going to do a recap video for the finale because I think it's going to be amazing. It's going to be sad because I already saw a little sneak peek and you see Teresa crying on her wedding day. And I think it's because Joe doesn't go to the wedding. And that's got to be heartbreaking. But I will see you guys in the next video. I just really had to film this quick because all this tea is dropping about the reunion. And I think, whoo, child, I think this is the beginning of the end for the Gorgas. And I am so excited because I'm tired of their bullshit on my TV screen, my laptop screen, my phone screen. I'm tired of it. But anyways, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think about the Gorgas and this whole drama with Teresa. If you're not a Teresa fan or if you're not a Melissa fan, let me know. I'm here for it. I want to conversate with you guys. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.